Thank you for tuning in with Enchantress the Babbler. That's me on this evolutionary, revolutionary rise that is happening at this time. And so I welcome you here to this channeling page that is energizing sage, that is a conduit of healing in every which kind of way, no matter the alignment you come in from, you know? I am the babbler, and I take that job seriously. It is the activated part of me that is throat chakra clearing, not just for me, for all. The can't communicate certain kind of things due to whatever reason, whether it be conditioning, whether it be trauma, whether it be just the inability to find the articulation to express oneself, or just, the generations of the suppression, oppression, or just, your own life. And it's constant heavy that keeps you from your own voice of expression, right? So babbling is that freeing spirit within deep that allows its expression to be. So if you're not into babbling and you want, direction, practicality, and, all this kind of traditional ways of doing things, then, this channel might not be for you. But there's a lot of evolution here for you if you stay in tune and just allow for whatever brings you here to be received. You know what I mean? If you're new, thank you for joining. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and let me know how, my messages resonate with you, and just say hi. You could just say hi, if I hope that you receive, whatever clarity it is that you seek or need, when visiting here, no matter what video you are tuning into. You know what I mean? And for those of you returning, well, thank you. Thank you so much. I had to test the audio because last night I recorded 3 videos, and out of the 3, only 1 has sound. So I'm just making sure, that, you can hear me, and I believe this should be okay. You should be able to hear me in every kind of way. So I've been a little bit, busy, and this is my moment to woosah and formulate and put together these babbles that I'm putting together for you as I hit record too, because part of the dilemma for me last night in the recordings of those 3 videos, the first 2 especially, was how long it took me to press record, because it was like a repeat pattern of once upon a time ago in the beginning stages of me recording on YouTube, and the resistance that I fought spirit on and not wanting to record, and how long it would take behind the scenes for me to actually hit record by the time I hit record and recorded whatever it was that I recorded, and so that hasn't been like that for me as I'm prompted and aligned and get ready. I just hit record all the time, and that's now. And this, I hurt myself today, guys, so I have to be mindful about how I move, I kind of like did something a little foolish that I shouldn't have done, but I already started to like stretch and use the foam roller and do a lot of other kind of things to counteract kind of like the pain or the strain or the pull that I did. But I'm a little bit in pain, so if you hear me like, ugh, like that's just pain talk. Okay, whatever. So on one of my drives, I was tuning into Rise with Jupiter 1111, which I absolutely love. So if you know, whatever, I'm always going to send and share with tender loving care the channels, pages, businesses, people I absolutely resonate with or love, because that is what I do. I am love, and love is what I embody in my fiery passions. And so I don't give a flying hoot who's like me too. Like, I just do what I do, and I'm centered in that truth. So I don't really care in terms of what I do so freely without needing something in absolute return. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, whatever. So I had tapped in while I was driving to one of her pick a card readings, and she was just talking, which is interesting because it's my kind of talk. It's that generational, like, unconditioning your conditioning kind of thing, right? It's like so systematic. It's so cyclical. It's so generational. It's like a curse. It's a spell. It's, hypnotic. We live and dwell under the system, construct, blueprint that we are told, sold, and then we have a funny history line that is available to the humans in this world, to just, research and find on their own in terms of the historical elements of, I'll tell you this because, don't mind me, the historical elements of what could be considered as factualities, based off of the proof of whatever it is that we have excavated, extracted from earth in regards to past times and in different generational systems that have existed prior to us being here, and just the tuning in of that kind of, if you're tired, take a nap. Naps are great. Okay? Right. And just how, because, she was referencing the divine masculine energies, right? That this particular group comes from a different, let's say, upbringing, a different kinds of life altogether, a different kind of it's okay to pause, even if it doesn't make sense to others that are waiting for you to have something to say or to articulate or expect, some kind of sense to be made. The pressures can be real, impetus for real, but this is really heavily conditioned into our system that it's not the easiest to articulate in order to give the visual or the seed that will breed and marinate so deep into the humans, the mundanes, to conceive such a concept that puts them to sleep, right? History is so deep. You're like, boring. But it's necessary to at least intellectually compute the pattern that is being purged or forced to evolve, or made to grow this stage that we know. And it feels like it's even that stage of enlightenment, of where the trumpets are sounding off, because many are awakening after all. But it's like a history of repeat, because it's like at this major like threshold of like this moment of reaching this certain point of, right, like there's like a zap, like an erase, like it's like the Men in Black come with their memory erasers and wipe out the awakening. And then before you know it, again, we're repeating the same system that has always been, at least in this realm of perceived reality. I know, it's a lot. Right? So there's just so much shit going on within our DNA, right? These things that we experience in this world today, from this placement, this vessel that we have been given to exist upon and to awaken in, right? We are more than these bodies, right? We are more than these bodies. We are souls having a human experience. Not humans having a soul experience. No, because the human will go. The soul is forever, right? It's that energy, right? We're created. Once you are created, you can never be destroyed. Okay? So think. We already know we're more than these bodies. So the essence of me has existed even before this me that I think I see, prior to this perceived land of reality, right? Shit goes deep. I know. Right? So think about that. Because when we come into this realm of perceived reality, it's like the Men in Black come and wipe out your entire system, because you're trying to compute from this vessel that is the foreign object to your entire being, which is why everything is like, ooh, so like foreign to the we, right? Anyways, and so many who are not spiritually inclined to tap into the source creation of all in some kind of profound way that moves them to connect with source, essence, energy, life in all its dimensions, right? When they begin to awaken to this other extraordinary life, because you here, or whatever brings you here, or somebody, however you want to reference this, like in terms of this is you or somebody else, or you try to understand something that's going on in somebody else's dynamics in life, and you just hear like, just getting the tea in terms of evolution, whether you get to understand, conceive, you just want to know the things of what's happening between, and you think build between the sheaths. You got a lot of evolution if you think that's how it's gonna be. But anyways, whatever brings like you here, but I'm gonna talk to you, the one that is on this evolutionary. Yeah, I'm proud of you and the work that you do. You know what I'm saying, in terms of the evolution that is for you, but also contributes to the whole entire collective, right? So like your influence in people's lives, beautiful. For you are the seed that awakens their seeds, that begins to marinate, regardless if you can see these things. It's happening. You're that spark of energy that goes in and changes and helps transforms lives. You are impactful to the people around you, right? Beautiful, right? Because you think outside the box, you're not inside this box, and you're not going to conform or comply, and you're going to be as real as you can be at this time. And it's authentic, you see, because people like authentic, you know what I mean? And if they don't, it's because they wear a mask too, you see, and they just on some other stream of things, and you got to let them be. You know what I mean? Right. So since listening while I was driving to her articulation of just like, you know, this generational mindset of, I had to write something down. I wrote generational evolution of status, power, and culture, right? And just how, if you think about the history of like marriage or a union, or like people coming together to create this family dynamic that we understand it to be now, right? Our current day foundation, that our root, that is the root to the marriage we hold in a high esteem today, right? It comes from a time of creation that had a whole other different mindset of the idea of marriage, of what we think it is, when two become one and unite, and, you know, and grow their, you know, the overall principle like behind certain kind of religions is prior to like religions and certain kind of like, you know, cultural backgrounds, right? Like different kind of like, you know, before all of this, like the history of marriage, like, or that is documented, you know what I'm saying? Like, because, you know, we're infinite and we don't know how long this all is, but documented, it's like 4,350 years old, right? And a lot of it, and the reason for it, was for practical reasons, right? It was like pragmatic transactions taking place. Like, it had nothing to do with love. Which is why many of our histories and mysteries and stories shared over time, even mythology, you know, that you can't knock because it's man that wrote the myth, no? You see what I mean? Whether you're guided by spirit, divine, or whatever the case or may be, you're an artist, fine. Man wrote the line, right? So I think the first recorded evidence of marriage was about 2350 BC, right, in Mesopotamia, some shit like that, right, that they say. And then it was from there, for several hundred years, the concept and idea of like marriage like went widespread and became this institution, right? Religion, doctrine, and it was embraced by the Hebrews, the Greeks, the Romans, right? And from that it's just psh, right? Just whatever. And it had little to do with love and everything to do with procreation, one, right? And then when it became binded, it was to bind the woman to the man, like an ownership of some sort, right? And supposedly creating biological heirs, like that they can know for sure because the woman was the property of the husband that she was binded to, right? And then during all these like histories of times of these stories being created, one thing that you're like, the humans in this day and age are not like connecting the generational cycle of habit, behavior, pattern, whether it's just, it has to be made into the modern day. Fine, it may not look exactly like how it was written during those times, but think about the energies. The energies are still there, intertwined. You have so many extramarital affairs, people not marrying out of convenience, out of status, power, culture, and ignoring love, and then having lovers on the side because they're not happy in their married life, and then this wife, right, that must abide and take care of the household or the family and stuff like that, while the husband goes off and does his thing, sows his oil. Oh, how about the even in the royal dynasties, like the emperor and the empress is rules over queen, right? Because the queen only has a kingdom, the empress has an empire, right? An empire. And so like even they, right, had to deal with consorts of their lovers, or even they had their own lovers to satisfy their lust, love, lack thereof of something missing, right? And if we go into like the history of just like understanding like romantic love, like if you go and you just check the timeline of like when did romance begin, it wasn't until like the Middle Ages, which is very interesting for me, right? Famous story where the knight Sir Lancelot falls in love with King Arthur's wife, Lady Guinevere. The origin, the name of Jennifer, right? Lady Guinevere, also known as the White Enchantress. Well, the name Guinevere and its origins. Interesting, right? Right? So this love affair from the Middle Ages that sparked romantic love to now want to be considered as a reason for two to emerge and become one. And then we have the creations of these love stories that are tragic, right? The two lovers that can never be because of some kind of dynamic set before them. You see, like this Romeo and Juliet type of thing, right? And so here we are, present day, modern day time, right? We are not addressing the roots of certain love romances or marriages now in this life, or cultural upbringings. And so this power display, this struggle today, the challenges that many are made to have because they come from a certain kind of grouping that follows this generational system of rooting, that follows a system from its origins of creation, of where people marry typically for practical reasons or because it's allowed. Like, you don't crossbreed species, right? Like, we from this culture do not marry someone from this culture. This tax bracket doesn't marry from this tax bracket. This city doesn't talk to people from this city, and this church doesn't affiliate with that church, And then you have souls meeting, well, human in human form. And some other shitstorm goes down because it's just like, whoa. But this is not supposed to be this way. And so you have a lineage of dominating energy, influencing one particular individual that is the black sheep or the way shower of this change, to mark through their example the change that they need to be in order to be the thing that they need to be at this time, in order to gain and evolutionize into the next level of breaking patterns, cycles, generations of conditioning. I think about the dynamics of just even like all family systems of tolerance towards to extramarital affairs, and those that have lasted for, let's say, over 20, 30 years have dealt with that nonsense because of, the concept of that's okay. We got our wife at home, she's going to take care of everything and we can play. Or the desperate housewives that their husbands don't pay them no mind, and but they're millionaires and billionaires in this lifetime, and they got everything that they want materialistically, and so they're left at home to feeling neglected, not loved, desired, or wanted because of this pragmatic transaction that has taken place because we come from similar backgrounds, and so this is the way it should be. Yeah, we got some chemistry, we can make it a thing. And so you have this family, but something still key is so missing, and so then you have both parties not even loving on each other, lusting after others. The whole comedic movie scene of the pool boy and the desperate housewife at home looking at the pool boy like a fucking piece of meat, right? And it's just like, I'm gonna have me some heat. Do you know what I mean? To satisfy this insatiable need of love that I need to seek. Right? So you have this, and then you have those that have the traditional marriages and all this, the think is out of love, and then you got a man or a woman misbehaving behind the scenes and causing such, trauma and devastation behind the scenes. So that's what sparked in me the kind of thinking, right, that was coming up so deep from listening in to Rise with Jupiter 1111 YouTube, right? So then when I was pulling off these cards while I was here, I'm trying to make this Try this in. Okay, right? These cards fell out. And I was like, alright, I guess I'm going to be using them. Right? So the cards that fell out, these are from my energy oracle cards. The first one I saw was the thinking woman, which was what I was doing. I was in like my own state of thinking, but this is revolutionary. This is like stepping up to the plate and seeing it. It's not up for debate about what it is that you need to do. Look at the magician in the mirror, okay? Because you are the magician in that mirror here with every single tool that you need to do what it is that you need to do to evolutionize, revolutionize, to align, and to be the example that you need to be. No more can you pretend not to see. You must do the things that you feel inclined to do, because that is your door to personal healing and happiness at this time. And then you got 7th chakra Archangel Uriel with our crown chakra here activating live, and then the angel of strength to support you at this time. Through all these transitions, transformations, transmutations, understanding, the understanding of how something is, and detaching emotionally from, the experience or anything that has been a part of this cycling system that has hurt you in some kind of way, or caused you to have some kind of bitter taint or stain. Or maybe you don't know what to do, how to break these kind of chains, right? The thinking woman. Female of wisdom or understanding. This card shows a woman holding a book, standing before a staircase, ready to lead you to higher understanding. This woman could be a friend who helps you express and understand your feelings, or she could be a teacher brought to your life at this time to take you in a new direction. This could also be a new love interest with a woman who is thoughtful, conscious, and aware. Or like the thinking man, the card could represent a side of yourself that's ready to blossom and bring clarity and assistance to the world. If so, find your voice and let your wisdom shine. Affirmation. I open my mind and heart to my own inner wisdom. I am thoughtful, focused, and clear. Magician and the mirror. This card, upright, represents the culmination of your personal and spiritual power at this time. In the magician's left hand is the flame of passion and action. In his right hand is a vortex of water and the light of reflection. This highly beneficial card is telling you that you are the magician, and within your grasp are the amazing forces of earth and spirit. The water is the energy of yin, the power of spirit and clarity of thought. The flame is the energy of yang, bringing direction and creativity. Together they give you the magnificent magic of transformation. The mirror stands beside the magician, reflecting the outer world's response to your choice to use or dismiss the true power that you have. Its silver reflection reveals the future in a mist on the horizon, ready to be magically formed. When you receive the magician upright, you are put on notice that an important and powerful time is at hand. You are the alchemist of your life. And just as an alchemist turns base metals into gold, you are now able to transform your difficulties and challenges into great blessings. This is true in every area of your life. Claim your power and embrace your intentions in your heart and in your daily life. Direct your destiny, and the mist of the future will clear into brilliant reality. Affirmation. I have all the power I need to create the destiny I desire. Magic happens when I live in consciousness and my eternal truth. Door to personal happiness. It's here. Will you walk through? This card is a harbinger of positive change. The beautiful light-filled door opens onto a lush, rainbow-lit spring filled with vibrant lotus flowers. Whether you're working on some inner healing, such as breaking an addiction, or looking to make some external changes, such as finding a new place to live, this card signals that your life is opening up and new opportunities are about to appear. The changes you've been working on are ready to blossom with wonderful results. So make sure you see your personal intentions through with continued action and optimistic expectations. Affirmation. I am strong, focused, and self-directed. I have the power to create wonderful new realities in my life. 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. 41, 5, change. Here we go. 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11, 2, right? Power that we do, 2, and then 5, 5, 5, change. The beautiful angel Uriel, also called the fire of God, wears a brilliant crystal crown vibrating with a passionate connection to the divine. She brings great power to your 7th energy center, which is called the crown chakra, and is located at the top of your head. This card upright indicates an open and free-flowing channel of information and inspiration for the wonderful beings in the spirit world. This could also be a time of great intuition for you and guidance from your higher awareness. So allow yourself to quiet your mind and listen. Now is a great time to get connected. The assistance from Spirit is great. And whether it's the presence of an ascended master, a powerful angel like Uriel, or just a loving friend or family member in spirit, their love and willingness to assist is always there. They even open you to the Akashic record or Alaya consciousness, the storehouse of all information. This connection is open now, and you will find that your own spirit and the spirits of those around you will be able to provide the answers you seek and the blessings you desire and deserve. Affirmation. My 7th chakra is open to its perfect healthy state. Love and inspiration from spirit and my own intuition flow fully to me now. Angel of strength. Change. 50. This amazing angel brings the news that this is a time of increasing power for you. It's not the time to be passive or submissive, but speak your truth and take action on your own behalf. You are capable of taking greater control and directing your own destiny for the power that comes from within reaches out to the universe and beyond. Inner strength and unlimited resourcefulness flow through you at this time, helping you to create real results. Call upon this wonderful angel and on your own inner resourcefulness to bring you the focus and resolve to do what's necessary in order to make your dreams a reality. Affirmation. Deep within me is an abiding strength that knows no bounds. I have all the power I need to achieve all that I want. The other day, Shanique Tarot, because I absolutely love her too, I like her I am phrase of just, affirmations and stuff like that. But she said something, and I've been saying it all day today, so maybe you too need to say it, because I listen to spirit in that kind of way. So I love Shanique Tarot. Anyways, no weapon formed against me shall prosper, right? So when you align beautifully in your truth, the attachments that do not need to be for you shall be revealed to you clearly, right? When you align in your truth in your system, right? When you understand yourself better under the constructs of the system that already exists. You got the sun, happiness, okay? Rise and shine, beautiful ones. Absolutely. We receive. The sun brings blessings to the earth, and this card portends blessings in your own life as well. Just as the sun nurtures the earth, bringing new life in the spring and summer, this is your time for a new beginning, the onset of a nurturing new light in your life, the light of divine inspiration and personal growth. This card often marks a time of great creativity, bringing the culmination of an important new project, such as the birth of a baby or the writing or publication of a book, or even the birth of a new you. Now is the time to put your energy into expressing your truth and vision, whatever it is that you do that's unique to you, your expressions too, they can come out in so many ways. So be bold and be brave to express yourself in any motherfudging kind of way you feel inside, to express yourself on the outside. Never mind what other people gotta say. You gotta do what you need to do in your own kind of creative way. No matter what it is that others have to say, even if it doesn't make sense to someone else, do you, do you, do you. You know what I mean? Alright. This card marks a time of great creativity, bringing the culmination of an important new project such as the birth of a baby or the writing or publication of a book. Woo! Or even the birth of a new you. Yes, you. Woo! This is true. Now is the time to put your energy into expressing your truth and vision out loud. Be proud. Right? Visualize the light of divine love pouring into your heart and mind like the rays of the sun, bringing inspiration, growth, and abundant blessings. See the future you want to create and know the sun is shining on your intentions now. What intentions are you setting for yourself? Write them down. Right? Affirmation. I open my heart and life to the creative inspiration of divine love. I choose to create happiness in every new day. And then you get up, right? And you do something symbolic for you. I'm little. Right? You do something symbolic for you. I'm so little, and it's just the angle of the camera, and I just look tiny in this space. And you get up. Yes. And you expand. Yes, thank you. Breathe that in too. Just breathe it in. And stretch, because whatever you do on one side, you must do to the other. Breathe in, 3 mouths. And out, 3 mouths. Drop your ears to your shoulder, let it hang. Breathe life into every part of your being. It's freeing. Hug yourself. Kiss yourself. Hold yourself tight. Because that's how it's got to be in this life. Because if it's not you, then whom? And if it's not you, then, if it's not now, then when? Great. Thank you so much. I hope that, this is helpful to you in whichever way that it's going to be helpful for you in every kind of way. Please do like, comment, share, subscribe. Help me to grow my channel at this time. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel here, whichever one you're watching here. And make sure also my new YouTube channel, because my old one is going to be phased out eventually. And so we want to make sure that you are following both so that you don't miss out on a beat. Also hit that notification bell and you'll know when I upload. Ooh, see, somebody doesn't want me to speak that. Let me get my water. Right. Also follow me on Instagram at Enchantress, ENCHANTRESS. All the information for me will be available to you in the description box below. If you do not see it in the description box below, patience, my dears, or just check another video, previous to this one, and you will have all the information there that you need from me to receive love and align to you. Thank you so much. I am going to put a link to an article that I was featured in from Voyage LA magazine in terms of what it is that I do, and I was put into their what is it? The inspiring section of their mag. I don't know. Anyway, I dropped that. Yeah. So I'm gonna put the link for that too, so you can go check out that article too. And that is what I do. And also follow me on my blog, my baby, enchantingbubble.blogspot.com. And that would be all. Blossoming abundance. We take that. Thank you.